Hello everybody, today is the day that we're taking the GoPro 8 out on the slopes to see how it does versus the Osmo Action. So make sure to stay to the end of this video so you can see which of these cameras is right for you in your winter vacations. Okay, so let me cut. We're gonna start out in 1080-30 for both cameras. Obviously we're going super view on the GoPro. We are using the normal stabilization of the GoPro 8 as well as rock steady, which is the normal stabilization on the Osmo Action. And we're gonna do a run and see how it looks to you on the screen at home. Neither one of these cameras has a wind cover over it, so we're using the built-in wind protection on both cameras. Which one sounds better to you? We'll do a little talking as I get up speed again and see which one captures my voice over the wind. Alright, we're going to pick up some speed now. Just a little bit of a faster run. Alright, we're going to pick up some speed now. Just a little bit of a faster run. And it should be pretty windy. We're probably going about 20 miles per hour or so. Can you hear me talking on the GoPro 8? Or can you hear me talking on the Osmo Action? Pick up speed again. Which one sounds best without the wind slayer on it? Which one sounds best without the wind slayer on it? Alright, let's change some settings and keep going. A couple of things I want to point out about these two cameras is the back. The Osmo Action has a much larger screen. I think GoPro sort of dropped the ball and didn't use the amount of space on the back of the camera to its fullest extent. The Osmo Action uses a cage type mechanism to lock it in, and then you use that to mount it onto a pole or whatever you're going to mount it onto. Where the GoPro 8 has a built-in mechanism, which is okay, but it is sort of a weak point. So if you do break that and strip the screws out, then you're going to have to send it back to GoPro. One other physical difference is the lens cover. On the Osmo Action, it is removable. On the GoPro 8, you actually have to send that to GoPro to get it fixed. So using a screen protector is definitely something I would recommend. If you are new to the channel, my name is Sean Oz, and this is the World of Oz, where I like to bring you tech for the extreme lifestyle. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you don't miss the next video coming your way. Now we are filming in 1080, 120 frames a second. So let's slow some footage down and see if you can tell any difference in the stabilization now. So we've now got it in 1080-30 on both of them. Again, we have the Super Boost on the GoPro 8. The widest it can be is wide on the GoPro 8 when you're using that feature. So it should be comparable to what you're seeing on the Osmo Action. Is it more stable now that we have the boost on than the Osmo Action? Let's find out. Keep in mind that I just got the GoPro 8, so there's still a lot of things that I'm learning about it also. There's some things in the menu that aren't quite intuitive yet, but I think with a little practice, you get to know those features a little bit better. I gotta say, the GoPro sort of dropped the ball a little bit on the GoPro 8. I do think the Osmo Action is a little bit better the way that it's put together. I like the fact that I can replace the lens cover, and I like how big the screen real estate is on the back. The GoPro 8 does have better stability with the Hypersmooth 2.0 feature. If you use boost on the GoPro 8, it does crop in more just like the Osmo Action does, but both cameras are good to use here on a vacation in the snow. So if you're coming up to the mountains and you want to capture your family, either of these are a great option. The Osmo Action also has a screen on the front, so you have a screen that faces you as you're filming, which can come in pretty handy if you're vlogging and that kind of style. The GoPro 8 is going to be releasing an update, so you can buy that stuff separately, but then that puts the price point way over the Osmo Action. Both of these are going to be linked in the description below, so if you do need to pick one up for yourself, please check out those links. One last thing I gotta say between these cameras is that the new GoPro 8, the on and off button, like the record button, is much harder to press than the old GoPro 7 or the Osmo Action, especially with gloves on. I find myself constantly taking them off to actually get the button to push. That might be something that works in and becomes easier over time. It is something to keep in mind if you're out here with gloves on. And just for fun, we broke out the GoPro 7 for this one last little clip. Let's see if there's any difference. They're all on the pretty much as close to the same settings as I can get them. Pretty bumpy right there, but you probably couldn't tell because the stabilization is on all of them. So now that I've edited this video on the GoPro 8 versus the Osmo Action, what do I think about these cameras? Let's talk about it. Is it worth upgrading to a GoPro 8 if you already have a GoPro 7, an Osmo Action, or some other newer action type camera? Honestly, no matter which one of these cameras you get, you're gonna love it. Every single one of them puts out a great image, and the stabilization that they're putting inside these things now is mind-blowing. I'm going to link all these different cameras below, so if you're looking to get yourself something for Christmas or someone you love, whichever one you do decide on, you're going to be happy with it. I gotta say, the Osmo Action just inches slightly ahead of the GoPro 8 in build quality. The reasons for this is not only the feel of the camera itself. The Osmo Action has a removable lens cover, it has a cage system, so if you break the tabs, you just buy a new one to replace it, and it has a built-in front-facing screen. Yeah, so it's got a lot of lag on it compared to most cameras out there. It still comes with this stuff right out of the gate. They are coming out with some additional things for the GoPro 8 with a screen you can put up so you can vlog with it, a cage with a shotgun mic built into it, but these are additional things you have to buy. So now the price on the GoPro 8 is bumping up. Keep in mind the audio, you've heard it in this, the audio on the Osmo Action is not anywhere near as good as the GoPro 8's audio. But you can always figure out some external mic setup if that's the camera you decide you want to go to. Now, as far as functionality, image quality, the way the stabilization works, the GoPro 8, hands down, smokes the Osmo Action. When the boost stabilization on the GoPro 8 is turned on, it crops the image in similar to the same field of view that the Osmo Action does when rock steady is enabled. But the difference is it is way more stabilized on the GoPro. In this particular video, I didn't show that off so well, so I am planning on doing another video. If you want, let me know in the description below what you want to see. Really what it comes down to is personal preference. Which of these cameras during this video did you prefer the look of? Did you prefer the more washed out look of the Osmo Action or the bright vivid look of the GoPro? Keep in mind on the GoPro and the Osmo Action, you can do a flat color profile and you can tweak them in post to get it to your taste. But these are right out of the camera, full auto. That's how vivid each one comes out. Everything you've seen on this video is personal preference. I like the build of the Osmo Action. I like the functionality of the GoPro 8. If I could choose only one, that's a hard choice. Make sure you subscribe and click that little bell icon so you don't miss the next video where I sum up the GoPro 8 completely and let you know which one I would recommend. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next time.